So I was just watching one of my videos that I just published just to make sure some of the kinks were out of it and see how it came across as I published it on YouTube here. But as I was listening, I came to a realization that I've never thought of before, and I want to get it down on camera, and it is the concept of hell. Right? And what hell is. And there's a famous quote which I actually tend to subscribe to, and it's like, I don't believe in heaven and hell. It basically says, I think we create our own heaven or create our own hell, and we carry it around with us all day long. The way this realization came about is, like, I used to be the type of person who, whenever I went to go meditate, like, I wanted to clear my mind, quiet my mind down, and what I was actually doing was trying to take refuge from my own thoughts. And the thing is, the reason it is like that is because I put a ton of illogical things in my mind to begin with, and now they're all compounding on each other. They're all correlated with other thoughts, and basically I have created a lot of irrational scenarios, and it's starting to weigh on my subconscious mind and on my conscious mind, and I'm actually looking for a way out. And the thing is, it will be like that until you have actually dealt with the stuff that's in your mind, went through all of your old belief system, reframed it, and passed it through the filter of natural law. Natural law trumps everything. Man's law is everything. So now everything that I do, I literally put through the filter of, okay, does this check out with the law of attraction? Okay, does this check out like the belief that I should feel guilty about this? No, that's not in direct correlation with the law of attraction, because if I'm trying to live my best life, and that has nowhere in that. Like, I literally filter out everything before it ever hits my brain. And I've filtered all of the stuff that was in there, my previous belief system, on natural law, and now that they are logical, I can start reaching logical conclusions. But whenever you have illogical things in there, you will never reach logical conclusions. And another aspect about that too is, if you have just random knowledge in there that's not applicable to the real world, then you're just gonna spin your wheels a lot. It's not applicable. So whenever you go to try it, you'll try until you just finally get pissed off and you give up and say, this doesn't work. But actually the thing is, your knowledge doesn't work. The reason I was talking about hell and heaven is because, think about this. I've kind of painted the picture, I'm bringing it full circle here. If you think about it, they always say that God is the way, the truth, and the light. So I've basically had to boil all of my stuff down to get to the point where it's logical, but that's the rock that is talked about, you know, building your house on the rock rather than on the sand. Well, the rock is natural laws. I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody tells you. It is natural laws, because they're immutable, they're unchangeable, they're not going anywhere, and they're gonna exist from the beginning until the end of time. Okay? Gravity, it ain't going anywhere. It's a force. The law of attraction, the laws of reaping and sowing. You know, there's dietary laws. There's, you know, the law of diminishing returns. There is, you know, financial laws, mathematical laws, laws of vibration. I can fucking bust a bunch of them out for you. But that is the rock. And if you actually found all of your thoughts on the rock, then I'm telling you, you will not seek meditation to quiet your mind. Actually, what you'll do is start, since you've got natural, logical stuff in there, then you are going to be excited to use your mind. You're going to be excited to set it forth on a problem and unleash it and figure out all the different possible scenarios and how this can unravel. Because now, once you put logical things in there, you can reach logical conclusions that make a ton of sense, dude. And I'm telling you, dude, turning the mind loose on a problem is fucking awesome, dude. But the thing is, what I said was hell. Like, think about whenever you go to meditate and you're actually seeking refuge from your own mind. And what is hell? Hell is the opposite of God. It is basically total removal from God. So think about the way, the truth, and the light. What is the opposite of that? It'd be darkness. It would be lies and basically things that are untruth. So if I put untrue things in my mind and it's going fucking crazy and reaching all these different scenarios and building off of this illogical shit, Where do you think it's going to get me? It's going to have you in torment where there is weeping and gnashing of teeth, right? That's what this ancient book says about hell. I think it is a crazy dynamic. I've been thinking about this weeping and gnashing of teeth. And here's the thing. Most people take a lot of these biblical stories literally, but they're actually usually a scenario for the mind. You got the tabernacle of Moses. Well, there was an outer court and then like a middle court and then an inner court where God actually existed at, right? There was 3 layers to it. And I believe our religious Bible, our book, is set up the exact same way. There's literal. If you take these stories literal, like the world was created in 7 days, literal, well, you're on the outer court, okay? It ain't until you start boiling those down to where they're actually metaphysical in the sense that they are applicable to me as a human being, then you're actually dealing with the Holy of Holies. And so the reason I say this is because where have you traditionally, over the centuries, always went to go see God? You have always went to a temple to see God, right? Or commune with him or whatever. What are these called? These are called your temples. Where does God reside? He always resides in the temple. What does the brain do for the human body? It is the very thing that navigates everything that you do. There's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, right? So basically, that's the Trinity. Well, I'm here to say that we are the Trinity, okay? It's not out there by Jupiter. That's where they want you looking. They don't want you to start doing this inner transformation and turning the, doing the inner alchemy, turning the lead into gold in here, dude, right? And dealing with cosmic truths and laws. And here's the thing. So we got God the Father is the brain, and then we have, what is this? It's the body. Oh, coincidentally, they call Christ the body, right? And then you got the Holy Spirit. Well, we've got a spirit too, bro. So basically, we are the triune being. It's not out there by Jupiter somewhere. All of these stories that are in the Bible that Jesus talks about, he said, if you've murdered in your heart, then you've already committed murder. Just because you didn't commit murder with your physical hands doesn't mean you didn't commit it. So he basically takes it from the outside world and says, no, it's what you think about. It's right here. The kingdom of heaven is within us. See, it isn't until we start dealing with these sorts of cosmic truths do we start actually getting into what's actually going to change our reality and the structure of it. Unless I start dealing with things at the root cause of how they actually work, I can't change a thing. So basically, I've said all this to say that the scriptures are metaphysical. It's talking about the mind. This is the Holy of Holies. This is the triune being. This is the inner sanctum. You have to first clean the inside of the dish so the outside appears clean, right? It's in here. Everything, if you want to get down to the real true teachings of Christianity, you will start, it's going to deal with the inner man. Not all these concepts of heaven and hell and all this shit. That's worthless. Okay, I'm telling you. You don't know anything about it, if it's even true or if it's not, so why are you wasting your mental energy on it? I want life transformative stuff that is going to change my life like right now, and I'm going to go ahead and say this is the reason why Christianity caught on like wildfire, because Jesus was teaching about things. His name was actually Yeshua. It wasn't even Jesus. See, we don't even have that right. But he was teaching metaphysical truths that were life transformative, and whenever he started passing them out, people wanted more and more, and that's why Christianity spread like wildfire. He was teaching people that we're the child of a king, we are worthy of a fucking great inheritance, and that we have unlimited potential. It's all down to our mind. We've just got to renew it, and we're children of the universe. And now the reason why Christianity isn't catching on like wildfire is because it's all lies. They have no clue what they're teaching in there, in the pulpits. They have no clue what the fuck is even going on. It's a 2,000-year-old telephone game that's being played, and all of this stuff is so diluted, it's a million miles away from what Jesus was actually teaching. If you want to actually figure out what he was teaching, go read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, James, Peter, and Jude, maybe. because those were people who heard his knowledge firsthand. And whenever you start reading those books, you'll start seeing that he deals with the inner being, not shit out there. But anyways, that was the revelation that I had today. It's very logical. And there's a quote by Thomas Jefferson. It says, "Fix reason firmly in her seat, and call to her tribunal every fact, every opinion. Question with boldness even the existence of God, because if there be one, he must approve the homage of reason than that of blindfolded fear." And if you think about it, you have all of the natural laws are measurable. Dude, the mathematical laws, that's logical. 2 plus 2 equals 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And I'm telling you right now, if you're going to ever arrive at who God truly is, it's going to be done through reason and logic, and actually be able to, because that's how there's literally laws of logic. The law of identity, the law of causality, like the law of non-contradiction. I'm telling you, everything that has a law is measurable, and it's a logical progression once you grasp the fundamentals. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Please share, like, and subscribe for more content. Hit the notification bell below. Hit all so you can get all of my stuff that's coming out. Please follow along. Let's fucking go.